So y'all know how's the vibrate. I was sitting here doing a little exercise, basically an exercise to get to know myself better. And I realized how this one exercise could lead to more clarity in other areas, as far as, you know, let's say what place is ideal for you to stay in, you know, amongst other things, but like making a list of all the things that give you energy, like so all the things that give you energy on a mind, body, and soul level, you know, like writing those things out and being aware of those things. Because also if it seemed like you have like a little moment of, like where you're not doing, like you're not receiving energy, you can always go to your list, and it sounds like, oh, that's too simple, but shit, if we have moments like that, then we obviously could use the help, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, though, I put, being myself without having to explain why I do what I do, And right now, too, I'm also getting more understanding about the energy vamp situation, and how much, again, like it's a energy dynamic where nobody's necessarily being drained and nobody's necessarily giving away energy. I feel like energy vamping is still more so like a trigger situation where the person who's usually considered the one vamping is doing something that is very triggering to us, and that causes us to feel a certain kind of way where we feel like, we're in essence, the illusion of being cut off from source energy by feeling, again, like feeling some type of pain or low vibrational energy. Neither bad or good, but it's just a low vibrational energy or pain or something like that. But again, it's not necessarily taking away of energy, per se, And again, so I'm just kind of getting deeper in that aspect, because for me, it's all about really, really understanding it. I'm not looking for no scapegoat. I'm not looking for nobody to blame. That never been my MO, you know what I'm saying? Even before getting into spirituality, I never was one to, look to blame nobody in that sense of it. I always felt like whatever in life I was dealing with, it had a lot to do with me more than anything else, Even before understanding the law of attraction and stuff like that. But again, though, right now, seeing this importance of just being ourselves without having to explain why, we do what we do. Because again, what happens is we just feeling a certain emotion that doesn't feel good, and we call that vamping. That's what's really happening. So if I'm around certain people, places, and things that don't really motivate me, they don't really give me energy per se. And again, we saying give me energy. Let's just say they don't, and I ain't gonna say the word motivate. But if I'm around people, places, and things that, again, where when I'm around them, I don't feel like, oh man, I have energy, It's just the fact that those people, places, and things are not in alignment with the things that you truly, enjoy in that essence, are in alignment with the things that bring you energy. So again, it's not necessarily that. Now, here's where the vamping aspect comes in, or what seems like a vamp, and again, like with the two different types of vamps, where you got like a inherent vamp, where it's just like they inherit a vibe, like where they just constantly on that vibe every time you see them, and they never trying to change. And then transient vamps, where it's like people who may be going through something at the moment, where they usually not like that, but they happen to be going through something, and they may be a little down, or their vibrations may be a little low, where it could be felt, you know what I'm saying? But they're not purposely, deliberately, going around doing this all the time, and that'll be the difference, like a person who one would label as a vamp would just be somebody who, never really focuses on self-help or self-awareness, like they never look into, understand these things and understand what's going on with themselves. It's the type of person where when you done talk to them, you done brought up all kind of self-help situations, and they never listen. And they always come back to you, talking to you about the same situation they dealing with. Oh yeah, I'm still dealing with this, and And again, it's no judgment towards them, because we all done, had to go through those spaces in order to continuously grow, And a lot of us having to go through these spaces, very strongly, what I'm saying, in order to be where we're at right now. So again, there's no judgment on, that energy. But again, it's just understanding that, that's the dynamic. And again, with anything, it's just being aware of your energy. Because again, for me, I evaluate both sides of the situation. I look at myself and see if I'm doing anything to be of a vamping energy. Like, what am I doing, that resembles energy vamp, or what am I doing that resembles a narcissist or a dark empath, or what I'm saying, making sure I'm aware of self first. And again, because if everybody did that check down, again, because it's inner work and self-work, I can't heal the world by trying to fix something outside of me, because it's not in my power to try to fix something outside of me, That's the whole reason why, in essence, on the flip side, we got hands to defend ourselves. It's like, wait, don't be running up on me trying to fix me, fix yourself, and I even say the word fix, but you know what I'm saying, understand yourself, but again, just getting back to also with this aspect, because you may be around certain people, places, and things that, when around them, you feel guilty for being yourself, or you feel kind of like funny about being yourself, And with this same situation, again, it's like, in some way, form, or fashion, that you being yourself, it would kind of, disturb that person, place, or thing, in essence. But again, it's not for you to feel like they're draining you or doing anything. It's literally you having to get over that energy of worrying about what others think, in the sense of being yourself. You just got to be yourself no matter what, and then let them sort out whatever the energies they got to deal with for you being yourself, you know what I'm saying? But again, being yourself without having to explain. And if, again, we all tap in, understand ourselves, so we could be true to the essence of who we really are, you know what I'm saying, we would line up with each other, you know what I'm saying, falling into, these constructive relationship, you know what I'm saying, where all parties build each other up instead of tear each other down. But just wanted to share that, again, being yourself without having to explain yourself and explain why you do what you do. Because literally, and I always say that, and I always felt like that before I got into spiritual work. As I started to get older, I always felt like, well, shit, at this point in life, I don't have to answer to nobody, even with respecting elders, you know what I'm saying? It's like, even that was kind of like not say a thin line, but like, well, I had respect, but it wasn't still that kiss ass type of respect. Like, they had to have a respectful manner towards me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you old, you ain't just going, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got nothing to do with the roof over my head. And that's when I realized, I'm like, well, shit, yeah, like if I'm not a little kid at my mama's house, you know, or, you know, and I don't even want to bring this up, you know, in that sense of it, but just semi in the sense of, or dealing with some type of little systematic, you know, court-like system or any of that, you know, it's like I'm never on trial, you know what I'm saying? Like, so why do I have to explain myself? Like, we never on trial, and we, again, like, the energy in society is taught for you to carry yourself like you should, you know, be on trial when somebody asks you a question. If somebody asks you a question, you got the right to say, oh, I don't feel like talking about it, or ignore them, or whatever the case may be, as long as you ain't just punching them in the face, because they ain't just punch you in the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, with that being said, again, you know, just do you. We don't have to explain ourselves for no reason. You know, it's a constant growth and a constant work, though, because, of course, you know, again, it's promoted percentage-wise, you know, to the population by majority, you know, so it may seem tough in certain moments, but definitely can be done. And it can be done if you know it can be done. But, yeah. Peace. Now's the vibrate. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now, again, tapping in with making a list of things that give you energy. You know, and on the flip side, you could also make a list of the things that, you know, don't, again, getting awareness of self, so you could automatically know, boop, this is a little, you know, bam, move around. You know what I'm saying? And again, moving around or pulling yourself from situations without trying to blame nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, but you already know what it is. Now the vibrate, not too far in the future, not too far in the past, right now. Peace.